Welcome to the Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm your host, Meredith.
And I'm your host, Cass.
Let's have some fun.
So since I've been here for an hour already, but we had to record today, right? Like I know you had like a mini road trip, right? You just had to drive up north.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, maybe she'll just want to record tomorrow. But no.
10 inches of snow now?
I bet we're going to get 2. How much do you think we're going to get?
Well, they keep saying between 6 and 8.
It'll be 2 to 4, I bet.
How much is it for us to have a snow day from work? How many inches would it have to be?
I don't
Did
think
the boss
that
say?
matters. No, I think it's just as long as we feel safe driving.
So I don't feel safe driving
At all.
when it's 70 and sunny. Because people...
It might blind me and I may crash.
And people drive crazy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to work from home
Yeah.
tomorrow. No,
Yeah.
I think so, right? You said maybe we'll get 2 inches, but still, if it dumps on us, 2 inches is a lot if it dumps here in the Midwest, right?
Well, and according to my weather info, is it's going to start at 6 a.m. and it's not stopping.
Till like the next morning,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to be in stores Thursday, Friday, so hopefully the roads will
know.
be clear. But tomorrow is what
Yeah.
we're worried about.
Yeah.
And I know the boss is worried. He prefers safety, so
Yeah.
if we don't feel comfortable...
I said getting out in the morning will be fine. It'll be a little bit of snow, but
Yeah,
coming
I know
home
a couple
in the
people
afternoon.
I talked to are thinking about going out maybe just for a couple hours and then heading home before it gets too bad, which is good.
You look out the window, you see how bad it is, and you decide from there.
Yeah. You know what I usually do is I Google map it. So if it's showing that it's red or that it's orange, I think they do some kind of color showing that it might take a little bit longer to get there because of snow. Then that's how I kind of base it,
Yeah, my weather app goes up to 12 hours, and it's showing snow strong from 7 a.m. till 6 p.m. tomorrow. So, but that's as far as I can see. I don't know. But it's just showing Wednesday 92% chance of snow and just snow all day.
Wow.
So, yeah. Also, Friday and Saturday are supposed to be pretty snowy. So,
wow.
Yep.
Maybe we put on the Christmas movies again.
No.
Okay.
I'm so over it.
Well, thank you, Cass, for the weather. Now back to our our broadcast. Welcome to the Clopen Effect. Almost 4 years.
Oh my gosh!
Almost 4 years. Next week is 4 years. Amazing.
That's a lot of Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Yes.
Yeah.
It really is.
Sometimes
it's a lot of guests.
Yeah.
It's a lot of guests. A lot
It's
of fun.
been a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun.
We have connected with so many people. We'll have to reminisce next week, I guess,
Yeah.
and talk about it. I'll have to find some highlights. I think we could name off every single guest that we had last week. That would be a lot. Because that would
be a lot.
We're just under 200 episodes.
Yeah.
And I would say, I don't know, 60. Have we had 60 to 70 guests, or do you think
probably
that's a lot, right? I
Yeah.
feel like that's a lot, but I feel like there might even be
like
more.
We've had a lot, and I'm still trying to talk people into coming onto the
Absolutely.
show. Shannon.
I also want to share, speaking of 200 episodes, Two Chicks Talking Flicks just celebrated 200 episodes.
Oh, good.
Yay! I love those gals.
I like clapping loud for everybody.
Yeah. So back to retail.
Gross.
I had a busy day, and I've had a busy couple weeks, and I'm going through the winter blues.
Yeah.
And so I was having a hard time thinking about what we were going to talk about today.
Yeah.
And so, of course, who do I ask?
The book.
Chat GPT.
Our other favorite.
Like, what could we talk about? And it says, let's talk about the 5 stages of a retail shift.
Ew.
Right? Let's make everyone depressed.
It's giving me PTSD.
I'm curious what a computer's going to say.
Okay. What's the first stage? Is waking up in the morning and regretting. Like, regret that this is what you picked.
Right?
To have your job be?
It says this could follow a structure similar to the 5 stages of grief.
So first stage is denial, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, no, it's not time to get up yet. No, I just went to bed because I closed last night. No.
Oh, man. Welcome to the Clopen. Is someone's birthday today?
It's Kendra's birthday.
Happy birthday, Kendra.
Yes, happy birthday, Kendra. I don't think she had to do a Clopen today. I think she was off today, which was good.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah. But I think she did throw her back out today also.
Oh,
I'm so sorry, Kendra.
Tyler, calm it down.
He's not even there.
Oh. She hanging out with baby B?
Yeah.
Is he driving yet? I always ask that. Kid looks like he should be driving.
I sent you a snap today from a year ago when you came to visit him at the house.
Oh my God, he was so little.
So little.
Now
and
he's
now
driving.
He runs.
I know. He's like grabbing the car keys. Yeah. Oh, he's so cute. Squeezy cheeks. I love squeezy cheeks.
So funny.
So according to ChatGPT, the first stage is actually optimism. So it's when you're clocking in and opening duties. So the false hope is today is going to be a
great day.
Today is going to be a great day.
And
I got my plan.
Yourself.
Right? The one overly chipper manager trying to hype up the team. You know, like MEREDK, you know, CASS. Let me hear ya. You know, you can hear everybody clapping. Stop it.
We love customers.
How do we get those sales? We fill the shelves. Yay!
We love stocking.
Oh, man. And they're calling the optimism the calm before the storm, like fully stocked shelves because the third shift, you know, rocked it. We know, right?
They got their job done.
Yeah, Hannah was here telling us all about it. A clean store and maybe the coffee's starting to kick in, right?
Yeah.
So what would be the second one? Mid-morning madness would be frustration.
Ooh.
Because obviously...
People
false
called
hope. Yeah, call the first rush of the day, right? Customers are hanging out at 8, 9 o'clock, maybe depending on what time you
they're
open.
They're banging on the door. Why are you in there if you're not open yet?
They're asking for sales that don't exist. You know, the tag's still up or blah, blah, blah.
They got next week's sales paper.
Yep, someone already called off.
I just had a lady ask me, what do the sales start tomorrow? And I go, yes, they do.
I would answer her in the same, yeah. What do I know? I'm just a dumb retail worker.
She's over there just staring at the hummus. I'm putting up tags for other products. And she's just like, well, what? And I was like, I guess come back tomorrow during the snow. You know, I couldn't figure out why it was so busy today.
Yes,
Obviously,
oh my gosh. I'm like, what are all these people doing?
Yeah, we're idiots.
We are. You know, because we live it. So we don't think about going to a store when a snowstorm comes.
Well, you know, and we were always, we so graciously work for a place now that says stay safe, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And we have that option. That was never an option before.
No.
You showed up no matter what.
And that was when it was 24/7.
And if you didn't show up, everyone thought you were the biggest piece of shit.
Yep, absolutely.
I made it. You can make it.
Yep.
I almost died getting here. You better almost die getting here, too.
I think we should all just get snowmobiles. When you get a job around here, that should be part of the perk.
Yeah.
Snowmobile.
Well,
or 4x4.
Like this year, like Tennessee and
sure.
Florida, northern Florida had snow.
Well, we could rent it out and make double money then. Extra money.
There was this guy, he was driving his airboat on the road, right? Because they're like, snow down there, there's no rules. And he got pulled over.
Oh, shoot. I was so excited for him.
They were
for
like,
a second.
back in the driveway.
I didn't know. There's no rules.
He was like, what the hell? I can't take my car out. It's too slippery. Airboat was perfect.
That's awesome. I'm out there with a pontoon.
Yeah.
Can you imagine drinking your coffee in the morning? All these different things are
I don't
going
think
past
the
your window.
pontoon would work.
No.
But, okay.
Come on now.
But yeah,
Work with
absolutely.
me.
Side-by-sides, four-wheelers,
Yes!
snowmobiles, all the fun stuff. Yes.
Or how about mid-morning, the first weird return of the day? Can I return this toaster from 1988?
I remember that one guy that yelled at us because he had this pan, this frying pan, and it was absolutely disgusting.
Gross.
And the manager on duty was like, yeah, just return it. With what? I have no UPC. I have no receipt. I have no nothing. Clearly, he's had this pan for 25 years.
Jeez. We were the desk of yes.
We made it happen.
We did make it happen, and people knew it. I wonder if they're still like that. I feel like those that work the desk now give customers a little bit of a harder time. Maybe they're the desk of maybe. I've walked past them kind of looking at customers like, nah, I don't think so. You know,
they're just like shaking their head. No.
No. Don't even come up here. Don't even
shoulders
come
like,
Let's be the desk of maybe. Let's be the retail workers of maybe. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't.
Maybe I'll do that for you. I don't know.
So lunchtime would be maybe acceptance of a mid-shift drag. Like you're done. You're checked out.
You get lunch?
Wait, do you? I don't know. Does it say? Well, a computer's saying it's lunchtime. It's not saying that you're just going through the motions.
Yeah.
It says.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. The awkwardness of eating lunch in the break room while customers knock on the door.
Ugh.
Well,
God.
that would be gross.
You're carrying your lunch bag and they're like, excuse me. You're like, no.
You know, where we work now, so where we worked before, the break room was down a hallway. Like, you truly got a break unless you were having to sit with coworkers you didn't like. You know, if they came and sat next to you and
then
you really just
outside.
wanted a moment, then you went outside, right?
Yeah.
To your car.
Do you go to your car? We did have an outside area, break area.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
And usually that was just people that
smoked
and smoked.
Yeah.
You know, where we work now,
yeah,
their break room is kind of by the bathroom. So every once in a while, I see a customer kind of floating into the break room.
Get out.
And there's another bathroom back there that they're using. And I know I've gotten the look a couple times because we don't wear anything that says anything sometimes.
Right. Yeah.
And so I go to walk in there and they kind of look and I'm like, I work here, I promise.
Yeah.
You know, you have to kind of let them know.
Yeah. I had to go pee so bad one day. And I was like, ooh, I'm going to go to the break room because they were cleaning the girls' bathroom.
Oh, sure.
And so I was like, oh, I'll go use the girls' bathroom. And I walk in, and there's one dude in there watching TV. This is one of the few break rooms that actually has a TV, right?
That works.
And he's got his back to the bathroom door. He's looking at the TV on the opposite wall. I go into that bathroom, and it was so disgusting.
Oh, no.
Like, I'm talking, there was shit everywhere.
Oh, no.
They have no hook for my purse. I almost Snapchatted you guys because I was like, this is so gross, but I had to pee so bad.
You couldn't even think about it.
I took my purse and I hooked it around my neck.
That's awesome.
And I just squatted and I didn't even care. I was like, this bathroom is so gross. I don't even care.
Oh my God. I never think to hook it around my neck. That just literally happened to me at a store. I'm like, where the fuck do I hang my purse? So I kept it on my shoulder, but I know a little splashy dashy went up on there, so I gotta wash it.
You just hang it around your neck and let it hang. And mine's real heavy.
Oh God, because it's got everything in there.
It usually has 2 bottles of water in it.
Course.
My mini purse, sales tags.
Wait, did you throw out your back or did Kendra throw out her back?
Oh my God, dude, I was worried. So I come out of there, and this guy watching the TV looks at me. I go, that is the most disgusting bathroom I've ever been in my life. And I just walked out. He was probably like, why are you even back here?
Right? Who are you? I feel like that would be like a sitcom or something. You walking out of there and saying that to him, and he just goes back to watching TV.
Yeah.
He don't give a shit.
You know what? And the worst part is that at that same store, I swear to God, there's a homeless man that lives in the women's bathroom and just pisses in the corner every night because it's one of the worst smelling like it's clean. I'm doing air quotes
but somehow it just it's like in the tile or something, right?
Somebody's been peeing in a corner for a long time.
No. Someone thinks they're a cat. They identify as a cat, so they're gonna pee in the corner.
Maybe.
Oh man.
And they got one of them like manual heaters in there. And they just got that thing cranking in the winter. Hot
that
pee.
Sounds like a nightmare for me.
Yeah.
I would puke.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
There is a store up north that it's so gross, the bathroom up there. And usually I have to go. So I'm like, well, I do the same thing as you.
Yeah.
Just throw everything
I don't
on the
care.
counter. I'll steal my purse.
I
don't care. I have to go. But it was that bad that I couldn't go in there because of the smell was making me gag.
God.
I walked right back out.
Really?
Someone was in there painting the toilet.
Oh, no.
And so I went to the back and I got locked in and I didn't have any service.
What?
So I was luckily with someone and we were working together, and she realized it had been a few minutes.
Where did Mare go?
Yeah, so I'm knocking on the door lightly, like not to be like, and then all of a sudden I hear, hold on, I'm going to get you 1 second. Like, you get locked in there.
So this is a known issue.
It's a known issue.
It's like somebody has to be on break 24/7 so they can let the locked person out of the bathroom. It's somebody's job to go back there every 15 minutes.
And just check to see if anyone's back there. Having a meltdown like I was having.
They're like, we don't have money to replace the lock, but we do have money to send an employee back there every 10 minutes.
It's like, you know how they have like top of the hour cleaning or something? They could do like every 15-minute bathroom check. I got locked in a freezer 2 weeks ago too.
No,
they
that's
didn't have
my
a
worst
knob.
fear.
They didn't have a knob.
That's like illegal.
And I'm telling you, I think those people did not like that we were there, and they thought about leaving me in there. I was like, knock, knock, knock. And she's like, you just got to push really hard. I'm like, no. That is my worst fear.
It is.
Yeah. Worse than the bathroom that stunk.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
Ew.
You know what? Because then they would find me, you know, I think that I've heard that when you're in your last final couple breaths, when you're frozen, you get a heat wave because the body...
It's its last
fight. So it goes, and you get hot, so you literally feel like you're burning, so you take all your clothes off.
Stop.
So you're going to literally find me at work in a freezer in my drawers.
Oh, my God.
You know what I mean? And they won't even match. Well, I bet it'll be a day I don't match my bra and underwear.
But you don't have your period anymore, so you probably have cute underwear on.
I mean, I do. But still, nobody needs to know that. I don't want anybody finding me.
Oh, Lord.
She looks cute, but she's frozen. You know what I mean? That'd be horrible. Anyways. Wow. So we're still in midday.
Just got done with lunch.
We just got done with lunch after all that. And it talks about the slump after eating or the slump after sitting.
That's why I didn't like taking lunch.
Yeah, no.
Thursdays, I do not want to take lunch. Like, I'll go out and have a smoke, you know?
Yeah. But that's quick, right?
I don't want to eat.
Yeah.
If I eat, like, I just don't want to do anything, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yep, same. When I go up to the office, like I had a meeting today at the office, I didn't eat lunch. I had a protein bar. It just kind of keeps me going. I stayed on my feet because I can't.
I feel like lunch was invented when people did real hard work, right? Like everything was labor.
Have the break. Yes, absolutely. You have to eat
the fuel.
Yeah.
But since like 80% of Americans work in corporate America, like we don't need a lunch.
Yeah.
We can have a couple snacks.
Sure.
You know?
Sure. It probably would be better for many. Yeah, right? Because you're really not burning any calories unless you have a walking treadmill or you stand.
You drink this sugar-filled coffee for
sounds
breakfast,
great to me.
Right?
Yeah.
We go to Starbucks or
every day.
You know what Jenny got me? Thanks, Jen. She got me one of those little whippers.
Oh,
you know?
The best.
So I take my flavored creamer and I whip it up in my to-go cup and fill that bad boy up.
It's delish.
It's like a homemade Starbucks. Yep. It's so
Julia
exciting.
bought one for the house. It's amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I have is I have a little, carafe or I don't even know what, like a little, what are they called? Like it's just an open. Cup? Well, it's got the pourer. It's like a
spout.
Sure. I don't. Anyways, I just licked my microphone. We use that. Zoom, zoom was my whole point. Is zoom, 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 and then it just like almost comes out, and then you pour it on top. Oh, it's delish.
See, I do it. I put my creamer in my cup, and then I zoom it, and then I just pour my coffee over the top.
Does it come up to the top though?
It does.
Oh.
It leaves you a nice thick layer of foam at the top, but it also like mixes whatever's watery.
Yes.
Like
okay, I'm gonna try that because you know what happens is my first couple sips is the foam.
Yeah.
It's just. Chocolate mocha creamer or whatever we have for the day.
And then the rest of your coffee is like black.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so that's no fun. I mean, I enjoy the first couple sips so I can get the sugar, but...
Yeah, I do it in the cup first and then pour your coffee over it. Try it that way.
I'm going to do
Anyways, why'd we start talking about that?
Because we're talking about slumps.
Yeah, we start our day with a sweet treat, probably.
Yep.
Liquid or otherwise.
Yep.
And then, if you do sit at a desk... which I know none of us retail workers really do, but it's like then you go to lunch and then you really don't. I'd be falling asleep if I had to sit at a desk all day.
Yep.
There's no way I would get up and move.
Yeah. I when I work from home here, if I have a report due or something, I have to get up like every 20 minutes. Yeah. Even if it's just a loop and then go sit back down. I just can't. Will my feet fall asleep or?
Yeah.
I don't really want a flat butt, but it's getting there because I sit too much. Especially after healing. I went to go look at myself like a couple weeks ago. I'm like, is my butt flat? But,
Get out.
Whatever. Anyways, the irritation of the afternoon rush and last minute shoppers. I don't know. I feel like the last minute shoppers for us would be the end.
Yeah.
Someone just wrecked a neatly folded display right after you fixed it. That's annoying as hell.
Oh, God. I am always so careful. Like, if I know my pants size is at the bottom of the pile, I try to pull them out so carefully.
Yeah, same.
And, you know, if I look at them and go, I don't like those, obviously, I'm not going to try to put them back at the bottom. I just set them nicely on top.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. You know, I cannot believe it's almost been 4 years and I still think of things where we met in stories.
Yes.
So this reminds me when it says wrecked and neatly folded display. I don't think I've shared this story, but I remember it when I worked second shift. It was always 1 to 11 or something.
Yeah.
And it was probably 10 o'clock. And there was a mom and her 2 children. They were both in the cart and they thought it was funny to keep their arms out. So every time mom is driving the cart looking one way, they have their arm out and they're knocking everything down off the shelf. So I told myself, well, I don't want to be that person and be like, Mom, don't have them do that because it's just, I don't know. You never know people, right? And who knows what she's going through. It's 10 o'clock at night with 2 young kids. Maybe she just needs to get out of the house,
She don't even know what's
right?
going on right now.
So, right. She just, and I just, whatever. I mean, I get it. She should be watching them, you know, but who knows? I felt for her. So I decided, I kept thinking, I'm like, I'm following these kids and the kids giving me a look like, knocking all this stuff down. So I chose to walk in between them. Yeah. Like I said, oh, excuse me, and acted like I was like putting stuff up and didn't say anything to Mom. And then I think she realized, she was like, keep your arms in. Yeah. You know, and then I kind of like followed them around the store because we had just conditioned. Oh, I absolutely did. I absolutely did.
You get yelled at.
And then he tried to tell his mom that I she stuck her tongue out. No, she didn't.
Shut up, Brett.
But that's where I can still picture the kid. Like with the kids, I should say, because the girl was in the cart and they had their arms out just knocking, I think it was salad dressing, like a dominoes.
Less kids, more dogs.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't tell my kids that. Love my kids.
No, your kids were well behaved and would never fucking act that way.
That's
though.
because of who I am.
Well,
I cracked the whip,
know?
man.
Yeah.
Nobody got away with anything.
Ain't nobody raised their kids like you did.
I tried. The customer who walks in 5 minutes before close. Again, I feel like that could be the next one, which is closing time. Yeah. Endless, ridiculous questions like, what's the difference between a red and blue sweater? Ugh.
People are like, is this good? I go, I don't know. I never tried it. Unless it's something that, you know, I rep. Then I'm going to be like, that is the absolute best decision you could make.
Yeah, absolutely. You should probably take 2 or 3. I felt silly. I don't eat meat, but I cook meat for the family. Yeah. And Steve wanted pulled pork sandwiches. Yes. So I actually felt bad walking up. This kid, I'll say kid, he looked like
anybody
my
under
kids.
30
Yeah,
kid.
right, exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Because I'm like 39, so I mean, they're younger than me.
Yeah.
He's behind there. He's, scooping ice and all that. And I go to look at the wall. I'm like, try to figure this out yourself. Try to figure out this out. What's the best piece? Like, you can do this. I'm Googling it. It's giving me all these different names. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. A butt of who? Shoulder butt. What am I doing? So I just walked over there and I said, I am so sorry to bother you. You are very busy. Looks like you're very busy, but can you I got to do pulled pork sandwiches. And he was so nice.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh. So hopefully, he wasn't mad that he had to stop doing what he was doing to go pick out.
Even if he was mad, you were kind to him, and that probably made his day.
I felt so bad bothering him, though. I should know this. But he walked right over. He goes, pick from one of these. These are the best. I'm like, perfect. I grabbed one, and off I went.
And what did it say? Did it say picnic butt shoulder roast?
Yeah, it did. It said, pick me up, shoulder, butt roast. It even had my name on there. I was like, oh, there it is. Missed it.
With a big red arrow.
Absolutely.
On sale.
Oh, definitely. It was on sale. It had the little, the sale thing. Yeah, oh, definitely.
Oh, it's so funny.
And then I think even on the bottom it said, great for pulled pork sandwiches on the bottom of it. I was like, oh, you got me there. Should have looked harder.
I never think about that because when we're doing the meat resets especially, you see people like him and Han, and I'll be like, is there something I can help you with? Because I'm resetting it. So
Right.
maybe whatever you're looking for just isn't out here right now,
right.
you know? Well, I'm going to make this. What meat should I use? And I'm just like, sometimes I know. If they're going to make a pot roast, get a chuck roast.
Oh,
you
right.
know? Like,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
how do you not know that? But I've had people ask me, you know, like, and then now the new thing is the birria tacos, right?
Yes.
Which technically I think it should be like sheep. Like it should be lamb.
Oh, yes.
Or sheep
or
something.
Yes. We don't
Like
do
technically,
Yeah.
if you're going to make it like authentic,
Yeah.
it should be something like that.
Okay, that's sad.
But I'm like, but you could do pork or
Well, yeah.
beef.
Is it also the flavoring, though?
It is.
Okay.
Yes. It's absolutely the flavoring. But if
It's
you're going
also,
to
if you're going to do it correctly
traditional,
or traditional, okay.
You should probably like cook it in a hole in the ground too, but no one's doing that, you know?
So, wow, I didn't even realize that they were sheep.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. I didn't even realize that they would. I didn't even realize that they would have that much fat on them because I feel like they're all fur, or whatever they call it. What the hell do they call it? What do they call it?
Wool.
Yeah.
They got meat on them still.
But I feel like when I watch my TikToks and they're shaving the
God.
wool off of them,
God.
they look skinny. What part of them are you eating? That's why I'm so surprised.
It's like a small cow. It's got all the same cuts. Or like a pig.
I can't picture it.
It's like a pig with longer legs.
I can't picture. I can picture a sheep. I just can't picture like where you get the meat from. I feel like they're so skinny underneath their fur wool. Clearly, I don't cook meat ever. Hardly ever. I try.
You know, there's woolly cows too.
What does that mean?
But they got big fur bodies.
They got
fur.
fur.
Yeah. So you shave them, they would look skinnier than they do without.
I have never heard of that
fur,
before.
But
woolly cows. I'm gonna say
A
it over
woolly
again.
cow.
Woolly cow. Because now I just set it to my phone so that TikTok will show me what a woolly cow is when I TikTok tonight.
I can't remember what like the long-haired cows are called. I'm sure Droogel's yelling it at.
No, definitely.
No, that's a pony.
He called me yesterday and he said, "Thanks for the PTSD with your episode." He was with me when we had to pull and get carts and carts of yogurt at that one store that we were talking about when Anna was here. He called me just to thank him for the PTSD. He goes, that was the worst.
Funny.
They were trying to figure out the store director's name. I couldn't think of his name.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, I'm gonna have to look up all
Anyways.
this. Wow, you know so much. All right, so
goat?
then
Maybe it's supposed to be goat is what you're supposed to eat with authentic birria.
Maybe that's why I'm so confused. No, I would still been confused. I have no idea. I just thought it was a flavor.
I'm gonna find a sheep eating video.
Please don't send it to me. Don't send it to me.
All right, I won't.
Steve was watching the news and some video had this puppy in a crate in the back of a trailer driving down the highway.
And it fell out.
Well, he's in a crate and someone called and stopped. They were right away. They called and said, this isn't right. This dog is in this crate behind this trailer. I could barely even watch the video. Like I was like, are they going to show it? He didn't look great, but it was like freezing. It's winter out here. So someone right away, they were taking a video of it so they could prove that this is what this person in this truck was doing and called 911 right away. So I think they were able to stop him. But I couldn't even hardly watch that. Plus, I don't like to watch any of that kind of stuff.
It's probably a hunting dog.
I don't know.
You know, a lot of times people don't they don't treat their hunting dogs the same way as we do our pet dogs.
I can just picture how cold the ears were. There was no covering at all.
That's
Put the
terrible.
dog in the cab of the truck.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Don't own a pet if you're not going to treat it right.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. Well, anyways, that just turned sad. We're going to talk about exhaustion now.
Oh, yep. End
Closing
of day.
time and reflection. The relief of shutting the doors and locking them, but knowing there's still cleaning and restocking to do.
Wait, so ChatGPT really think we be working open to close?
Right. It does. It does. When the sun goes down.
When ChatGPT takes over, we will be
working.
18-hour days.
Definitely. You don't need to sleep or eat. The one customer who won't leave even though the lights are dimmed.
Oh,
have you ever been in a store where they flash the lights? I've heard it, but I've never been in it, thank goodness.
No. But I've been in plenty of restaurants and bars where nobody wants to leave when you're trying to close.
Sure.
Yeah. It's like, okay, guys, I made last call like 40 minutes ago. Yeah. Let's get the fuck out.
I think every once in a while, Julia says there's a nice patron that hangs out a little too long at the shop, and she has to say, we're closing.
You know, and at the restaurant, we always had the coffee guys, we called them, and they would come in. We closed the restaurant at 10, I believe, when I used to work there. That was a long time ago. But they would come in at like 9 or 9:30, and they would all sit at one table, and they would chit-chat and have coffee. But they hung out, and they didn't care if we cleaned around them.
Right.
They were there to catch up with their little friends for the day, and then they would make sure we all got out and got into our cars okay. So
I love that.
Yeah, you know, it was like our extra grandparents that we had, you know. Sometimes they'd bring one of their wives, and we would be like, oh, my God, you know.
Oh,
they do exist. Yeah. And then it was like eventually like one would stop showing up, and then like he found out they passed away, and it was like, oh my God, my extra grandpa.
Yeah.
Oh, sad.
This just gets sad
I don't
again.
know.
What happened?
You know what? It's a full moon.
Oh, it has to be. I am so off today.
Yeah.
I told our boss, I said, do you ever just wake up in the morning and you're already off? I said, I woke up this morning, I was already crabby.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, yeah, it happens to me. I said, because this is who you're getting right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like my whole way home, because yesterday, it started yesterday.
Oh, man.
I'm getting ready to pull out of a store, and it's, you know, it's like only right turn in and right turn out.
Oh, yeah.
And right when you turn out, it's 3 lanes, but it immediately goes down to 2 with a turn lane to go left.
Oh, sure.
Okay. So when you turn out, there's lots of people turning into the store, but you can't really go because it just cuts down to the next lane. You immediately merge,
have to merge.
You know? So there's a lady in front of me, and I'm very patiently waiting. Yeah. You know, it's right by 94, so people are flying down there, right? It's 45 miles an hour. People are freaking flying. I'm waiting. I don't care.
Whatever.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I do
pull
not
out
care.
when you feel safe.
Yes. So she
that
goes.
Didn't sound right. Sorry. Pull forward when you feel safe.
So she finally goes. She goes, and a car pulls up behind me right as soon as she went. So he was not there. I knew because I was looking like, is anybody behind us getting pissed? Because I'm not pissed, you know?
Right.
He pulled up right as soon as she pulled out, and I'm like waiting, and I'm kind of inching forward, and like, should I go? Like, oh, nope. And then I'm like, oh, thanks for using your turn signal, asshole. I could have went, you know? This guy starts laying on his horn behind me.
Oh, no.
And I looked in my rear view, and I got too much shit in my car, so I couldn't see out the rear view. So I look in my side mirror. Well, now you took my attention off of the road. Now I just missed an opportunity where I could have pulled out. So I look at him in my side mirror, and I'm like, what the fuck? I mouth, what the fuck to him, you know?
Was he looking at you?
Oh, yeah. And he's going, shaking his hands. So I'm like, I'll fucking sit here all day.
Yeah.
I do not care.
Yeah.
So then I looked, and I was like, I could probably go, but
I
don't think I'm gonna.
I sat
there for probably a good 60 seconds, which we all know. You think 60 seconds isn't a lot until you have to sit there like in silence in them, you know. He's just honking his horn the whole time. I didn't pay him no attention. And when it was like good and clear and I knew nobody was coming in any of those lanes, I just slowly pulled out.
I love this.
And I was like, oh, look, the light turned red. Well, he fucking did not wait. He went right through it. And I was like, bye. Hope you have the day you deserve.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I know.
See, I get frazzled.
I was.
Then I'm pulling out in front of other cars.
I'm not letting somebody else do that to me.
I should say I'm learning to just not care about.
And my heart was like pounding, and I was so angry. But I'm like, you're not fucking letting him ruin your day. You're not letting him ruin your car. You're not letting him ruin nothing.
Good
you know.
For you. And he's beeping, but he doesn't know what you're seeing.
I almost got out of my car. Like, is something hanging off the back of my car?
Right. But then you got to be careful.
I know.
Right. You got to.
I know.
Danger is everywhere now. Danger, Will Robinson.
Because I see him just throwing his arms, and I'm like, oh, he's just a fucking angry person.
Yeah.
Well, sorry.
Gross.
Like I said, you start honking. You took my attention away from the cars. Now I miss my opportunity to go.
Yeah.
So now we're waiting.
Yeah. Yeah. Done.
Don't be that person.
Right. No. The last thing on here under exhaustion and people that are laying on their horns is walking out of the store drained, promising yourself that you're going to find a new job, but knowing that you won't.
Fuck. I think I did that for 10 straight years.
I did too.
Literally. Every time I clocked out, I was like, I am not fucking coming back tomorrow. I'm getting on the internet and I'm finding a new job. And I'd show up the next day.
And we do it all over again.
Yeah.
As we do.
You know what? I would not be where I am today if I didn't take the steps that I took in life. So
same.
I'm happy where life has gotten me today. So.
I mean, like 3 out of the 5 days a week right now, I'm having a rough time, but
we all have a rough day.
Thinking about having to find another job or no way. No way. To have to learn new people. I got friends that I work with. Why I would never walk away from that.
That does not bother me. I mean, leaving my friends has always bothered me. Mm-hmm. But making new friends does not bother me.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
You know, I can make new friends wherever I go.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not worried about that.
Mm-hmm. It's just the finding the new job and learning the new skills. And I don't know.
Yeah. Having a new boss.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Maybe you think your boss sucks, but it could always be worse.
Maybe you think your boss sucks. They can't be as bad as ours. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No.
You could always have it worse. No, I'm just kidding.
I do say that, though, because, you know, sometimes you don't like people and it fucking sucks and you have to deal with it. We went through many store directors.
Yes.
And it was like, oh, this person is the worst. And then we were a training store. So the next one would come in and we would be like, fuck, I miss that worst person.
Right.
At least he didn't care about this
worst person is worser than the worst.
Okay, I was laughing. Are we almost done?
No.
Oh, well, I was going to make this like my closing.
Please do. Closing time.
So we just had the Super Bowl.
Yes, we did.
And they were down there literally vacuuming the sidewalks, right?
Yes, they were.
And I was like commenting on TikTok, like, oh my God, this is just like when corporate would go.
Yep.
Get out there and wash the sidewalks.
Yeah. Were they really doing that?
They were like, you know, like the floor scrubbers.
They were outside?
They were outside doing the floor scrubbers because there is so much piss and vomit in the streets of New Orleans, right? And somebody made a comment and said, with how much money that street alone makes every night, that should be happening at 5 a.m. every morning. Mm-hmm. They also had this big, like, water truck, and it had, like, Febreze lemon-scented liquid came out and sprayed the streets.
Wow. Wow.
It was the freshest it's ever been, I bet.
Wow. It's probably like just like living inside of a dryer or something, right?
Yeah.
Or...
People were like, oh, it's so lemony outside. What the hell? It's like, oh, well, was it an upgrade from the pee and vomit? I don't know.
I know. Do you think it's just trash now? It was very temporary.
Oh, yeah.
You know how much money must have been spent to make it sparkle and shine just for a day?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Did you see that they were greasing the poles in Philadelphia so that they wouldn't climb the poles to break the lights? And they were literally greasing them with, I don't know, some vegetable oil or something cheap.
So they weren't climbing them. I mean, there was windows busted. Mm-hmm. Philly, you guys are wild out there. Mm-hmm. It's like if you lose, you burn your city, and if you win, you burn your city.
Right? Why? What? Stop it.
They're just really excited.
I know.
That was a good game, though.
I mean, we enjoyed it. We had a good time.
I thought I only stayed up till halftime. Yeah, and then I went to bed. Which at that point it was like 33-0.
I watched through third quarter. And I was like, we're good.
I was like, KC could come back, but I'm just like, I don't think they're gonna. I went to bed.
Yeah. I think I sent you a Snapchat and said Steve wanted to go out.
Yeah.
I wanted to stay in. Yeah. We compromised and we stayed in.
I was laughing because Kendrick at the end was like, turn off the TV. And I was like, okay, I'm going to bed.
Sounds great. Works for me. It was fun. It was a good halftime.
It was good.
It was a good game, good halftime.
Yeah.
I liked it all.
Yeah.
I know it was real. Like people were kind of,
Well, not
I feel like
everybody's
it's
always going to like it.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like it's always like that. There's always people that hate it or love it. You love it or hate it.
And
I love all that kind of stuff.
I was laughing. I saw some TikToks of some pretty oldie people, like 80s, 90s. They were getting down to it.
Absolutely.
So,
and it told a story, which was
yeah,
Samuel L. Jackson, right?
Yeah.
Is that who that was?
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. It was
very
good times.
Cool. Yeah,
I liked it.
I love it. I love all that kind of stuff, though.
I do too.
You know, they're out there doing it. I would never pick it apart.
No.
Maybe because we do this.
Yeah.
I would hate to think that people hate it.
You know what? I think people who didn't like the halftime show, they loved when Prince did halftime.
Sure.
Right? And it's like, I get it. Like, it's not everybody's cup of tea. Whether you're looking for a message in the halftime show or you just see it as entertainment, either you like it or you don't.
Look at the
love
dancers.
Kendrick Lamar.
Look at all
yeah.
Just think about, if you hated it, just think of all the work that they put into it. I've been to the Sugar Bowl before.
Yeah.
When Florida played Florida State at New Orleans before Katrina.
Yeah.
And to watch how they put these stages together for a 7-minute performance, whatever it is, 10-minute performance. It's insane how many people it takes. So if you hated it, just appreciate how much work goes into it.
Yep.
All the different costumes.
Yep.
You practice all week long.
Yep.
You know, you have to listen to the music over and over again.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Amazing.
It's
I had
amazing.
a good time.
Yeah.
I hope everybody enjoyed the Super Bowl, and I hope you didn't lose too much money. Oh, and happy Valentine's Day.
Oh my God.
Will you be my Valentine?
Oh,
my
happy
Galentine?
Valentine's. Happy Valentine's.
I do. Johnny says that. Okay, wait. I have one more. So this girl, I'm on TikTok, of course, and this girl says she's making this dish, and she's using giardinara, right?
What? Oh.
Right?
Okay.
And I was like, dang, that's fancy, you know?
Yeah.
And so I open the comments, of course.
Because that's the first thing we do.
And this person comments, oh my, I've never actually heard that word said out loud. I've been saying it wrong my whole life. Well, if Todd and Eric are listening, they know Johnny calls it Jordache, okay? So I'm like, oh yeah? I'm like, well, my husband calls it Jordache, ha 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 ha. And the original poster said, oh, what region is he from? Maybe people say it differently. And I replied, and I told Johnny I did this. He knows I did this. I said, no, he's just an idiot. Because he also calls queso Quasimodo. This is what it's like living with my husband, okay? When
Nobody
you wonder
tell him anything.
Why I'm so crazy, this is why.
Oh, God, that's funny.
Giardinara.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
It's what I'm calling it from now on. Anyways.
Well, thanks, everybody, for listening.
I hope you get some chocolates from your sweetie. And
Stay
if you don't
safe
have
out
one,
there.
go buy some yourself.
That's right. Done. Talk to you next week.
Snowmageddon. 2 inches. Bye.
Okay, bye. Just the tip.